deal with airplane peanuts?
Shane Gillis made history at the 33rd annual ESPYs after his performance hosting the biggest award show in sports led to the comedian's name trending online all night, lighting up the internet with an onslaught of positive reviews.
Four-time WNBA All-Star Brittany Hicks is here. Give it up for Brittany, everybody. I'm joking around. That's my friend's wife. I knew none of you knew WNBA players. That's crazy, you clap for that.
The main thing that any host is going to be judged on is obviously their opening monologue. And just like both times he's hosted SNL, Shane Gillis took plenty of really big and super funny risks on live TV that almost felt like a wink and a nod to his podcast viewers at times, but weren't always appreciated as much by the live audience. One of the best examples of this happened to be the coolest part of the show for any big fan of comedy, when Shane paid tribute to Norm Macdonald by closing out his ESPYs monologue with the exact same legendary joke that Norm told about O.J. Simpson to end his monologue in 1998.
Travis Hunter won the Heisman Trophy this year. He's the first defensive player since Charles Woodson to win the Heisman. Congratulations, Travis Hunter, winning the Heisman. That's something they can never take away from you.
Unless you kill your wife and a waiter, in which case
they can take that away from you. Well, see, a lot of you don't like me, and that's okay.
This entire experience must have been insanely surreal for Shane Gillis. From doing jokes in front of so many current and former sports legends, to paying tribute to one of his comedy heroes, and literally standing on stage with the Eagles offensive line while they accepted the Best Team Award like Kramer at the Tonys. This almost felt like watching the funniest Make-A-Wish kid of all time live out his dream on live TV. After the opening monologue, Shane was featured briefly from time to time, but mainly just to introduce other guest presenters. However, there was one really well done sketch about the invention of the tush push that featured fellow comedian Matthew Broussard and Drewski.
You guys want to hear about the play? Yeah! You guys want to hear the play? Yeah! All right. Picture this. You're going to line up in center, all right? JT, you're going to line up right behind him. We're going to get two guys behind you. This is where the play gets good. At the snap, you dive right into his butt. What?
Between Young Bull sightings, the 3-hour ceremony certainly felt slow. It seemed like every other award had some sort of sob story montage attached to it, and the moments without Shane on stage got boring and stale quickly, even if you love sports. Honestly, if you were just watching for Shane, you probably would have been safe turning it off after the opening monologue. But overall, they did try their best to sprinkle in enough funny hosting moments along the way to keep people at home engaged throughout some otherwise brutally slow television and overly rehearsed speeches.
The weird thing is like people watch shit like that when you do like late night. They don't want you to be a normal guy. Like regular people that watch that want you to be like a celebrity would act. You know, they're like, "Oh, Seth, it's great to be here, man." Instead of just being normal. Like,
wait, a normal person doesn't want you to be like
regular people watching the show. They're like, "He's nervous and he sucks." It's like, no, I'm being a human.
Oh, because you're not going. Like, I'll tell you what.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you something.
Thanks
this
to be
is
here.
What yeah.
Beautiful night here.
Crossing my legs, being like, "Oh man, this is what a treat."
That's interesting. I feel like people. I don't know.
No, I've noticed because anytime I do SNL, they're like, "Look at he's nervous. It's like, no, this is how I would act.
Yeah.
This is weird. I'm not pretending this is normal.
Also, it's like, yeah, I'm nervous. I'm on television. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
I'm nervous. Of course I'm nervous.
I'm going to be nervous during the... I didn't... for some reason, the idea of walking onto the stage...
I never thought about that.
...is really uncomfortable.
Big-ass stage.
Big-ass stage. Fall. They were talking. They were like, we can get you pyro. And I was like, dude... Get me pyro for every time I bomb a joke. Tell a really bad joke and then
yeah, just load up the cannons.
Sick,
load
dude.
the cannons. Would they do that?
I don't know, maybe. I think
if somebody
they
goes
seem
flat.
like they're down for anything.
That's awesome.
Regardless of what a few out-of-touch writers publish in their online blogs, it seemed like the people at ESPN truly let Shane do his thing and say whatever he wanted, as long as he was brave enough to actually deliver those jokes to that crowd, which was awkward at times.
Well, that guy's weird.
The live audience certainly had some topics that they enjoyed more than others. Most of the stuff did well, but there were a handful of jokes that fell flat, like the Adam Silver Joe Rogan alien joke that actually got booed by one random guy in the crowd.
It's an alien joke. Wait, you booed up there, dude. Shut up.
Some personal favorite jokes from the opening monologue were the ones about Megan Rapone, Max Crosby, Caitlin Clark, and Bill Belichick. Shout out to all the comedians who helped write jokes for Shane as well, especially Little Sass, aka Harry Settle, who sent his list of jokes that did not get used in the ESPYs to be read on Pardon My Take.
Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet went to the NBA Finals together. Kylie said it was rude how players were coming up to the couple being flirtatious all night. But in Kat's defense, he didn't realize Timothy had a girlfriend.
That's good. All right. Like that one. It's a good one.
Mike Tomlin looks like he washes his his eyeballs with soap every morning.
That's right to the point. That's the closer right there.
Yeah, that's great. Speaking of Bill Belichick, it almost felt like a more tame version of the Brady roast at times, where in both situations, the network executives calling the shots were fully trusting the comedians to do their jobs and chose not to limit their ability to make jokes or to take big risks on stage, which in both times resulted in comedy gold. Now, if they're making this decision actually for the good of comedy, or if they're just fishing for a viral, controversial moment, who knows? But either way, as the kids say, they let them cook.
They're like kind of excited about it.
Yeah, let it rip.
They're like, because we did promos for it, and I was like, oh, this is live. Like I was joking, like I'm gonna do something crazy.
Yeah.
And they're like using that. I had to be like, get rid of that. I look like a dumbass.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm nuts. I was doing that. And they're like, here's the promo we're going to put out. I was like, don't put this out. It's like, I might say something crazy.
I'm a bit of a loose cannon.
Yeah.
They probably want nothing more than a controversy, though. Like, if they ever have, like, a controversy online, it's like,
yeah,
it's the only way anybody,
Yeah.
When it's all said and done, it would be shocking if this is the only time we see Shane Gillis hosting the ESPYs. There truly doesn't seem to be a man built better for this role, and in just one outing proved he's capable of putting an entire 3-hour program on his back. I'm as big of a sports fan as it gets. In fact, this entire channel is based around the ESPN SportsCenter model, but for comedy, and even I cannot tell you the last time that I made sure to watch the ESPYs. So many people around the country tuned in this year solely because Shane was hosting, and it's not even like he's the only famous comedian who knows ball. Either of the Kevin Harts would probably do a great job. Blake Griffin does stand up and he would kill it as host, but there's just something extra about Shane Gillis and his fan base specifically that's exactly what this format needed to gain attention. Even though someone like Kevin Hart is globally famous and still would do a funny job, he would bring in no new eyeballs at this point. Yet I know multiple people who didn't even know what the ESPYs were that still watched for Shane. And like I said before, even with my friends who love sports, it's not like any of us have ever had the ESPYs circled on the calendar until this year. For those who might not know, compared to the official awards that the league gives out, when it comes to the world of sports, an ESPY is basically meaningless, so they don't get talked about in terms of legacy nearly the same as winning a Grammy or an Oscar. But this year's show has actually been talked about like an important event for the first time in a while, and that all can be chalked up to Shane Gillis.
A big year for the WNBA. I love Caitlin Clark. She and I have a lot in common. We're both whites from the Midwest who have nailed a bunch of threes.
This week alone has been nuts as a comedy fan, going from watching the laid-back vibes on Matt and Shane on Monday compared to the formality of the ESPYs 2 days later, with a Jimmy Kimmel Live appearance mixed in there as well. It's just insane to see physically in real time the contrast between the casual world of podcasting and all of the mainstream success it's turned into.
I haven't even been worried about it. And then I thought, I was like, how the f am I going to walk on stage? I'm going to look like a dumbass, dude. It's going to be a giant stage and I'm going to walk in a tuxedo and go, hello.
For those of you who might be confused right now, wondering if this is the exact same video that we posted yesterday, kind of. Last night we did upload a similar version of this video that received over 100,000 views in less than 4 hours. On track to be one of our best videos ever, honestly. Shout out to the dogs. Until for absolutely no reason I can see, YouTube hit us with an age restriction. Now this does a lot more than just limiting ads and revenue. When a video gets age restricted, it's completely knocked out of the algorithm, can't be a suggested video, you can't even share the link, and you have to be logged into your YouTube to even watch it. Obviously, we appealed the decision right away, and shockingly, YouTube confirmed their decision less than 6 minutes after I requested the appeal of a 14-minute video, meaning they couldn't have even watched the entire thing. And because this topic was doing so well, I thought it would be worth trying to re-upload. But the real f***ed up thing is, this one could easily get sniped just like the first one by YouTube because they still haven't told us why that happened. All of this bullshit is the exact reason why it's so important that anyone who wants to support independent comedy journalism join the Joke World Patreon and help keep us safe from this nonsense of YouTube. We have almost 500 exclusive posts and members right now if you want to check that out for 20% off with the code ShanEspys. It would mean a lot. We're trying our best here to give you guys the comedy news, and shit like this just makes it hard and annoying. But if you're not a Patreon person, that's fine. I still appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching the normal free videos, and we'll see you again next time.
At Joke World. That's it, at Joke World.
And the world is WRLD.
That's a great YouTube channel, Joke World. Check it out.